Alright, people. I hadn't done a video in a while. I'm on my way to go meet one of my buddies. Got to pay him for some work that he done for me. But anyway, I noticed, I ain't gonna say I noticed, I've been noticing it. This morning, got fuel and it's $2.79. You know, but when Trump was still president, regular fuel down here where I lived at was around $1.95, $2.05. So, not only has Joe Biden pretty much dismantled everything that Trump has done, he's also lost jobs. He shut down the Keystone Pipeline, which cost, 52,000 jobs in one lick. Now, that was Joe Biden's doing now. Gas prices are soaring. People are talking about prices of fuel going up even higher, which I told my wife the other day that, you know, by the summertime, gas is probably going to be $3.50 a gallon. So, you know, I've just been thinking the last few days about everything that's going on. You know, like with the stimulus checks. Nobody's got their stimulus checks yet. And, you know, what's really interesting is that Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden and all of them said the number one priority when we get control of Congress, control of the Senate, we're going to make sure that them stimulus checks go out as fast as possible. But they spent 3 weeks impeaching Trump when they could have been writing up this bill that they're talking about they had to write up. They finally got it wrote up, got it to the Senate, and the Senate parliamentarian has said, no, you know, y'all can't add all this stuff to it. Now keep in mind that this woman was put in there by Barack Obama. So y'all can't blame Trump for this. That was Obama's doing. Obama picked her to be there because they're wanting to add $15 an hour minimum wage. They're wanting to add all this bullshit to it that ain't got a damn thing to do with stimulus. We all know it. They done it last time. You know, making it out like they're doing us a huge favor when all honesty they give more money to foreigners than they did the American people, which is what Trump was trying to stop the whole time. So you know what, all you people out there complaining about fuel prices now, and I know you're going to say, well, it was the winter storm that came through Texas. Bullshit. Now, yeah, I'm not saying it didn't have a part in it, because it did. But fuel prices were already starting to go up before that right there had ever happened. So, I don't even want to hear that bullshit right there. So, but anyway, y'all just pat yourself on the back every time y'all put fuel in your damn cars or your trucks, or your groceries start going up because diesel fuel's going up. Y'all keep in mind that, you know, these big trucks out here, they don't get but about 6-7 miles to the gallon. And I know this because I drive one. And, you know, they're the ones that deliver your groceries. They're the ones that deliver the products that y'all need, that y'all want. So when y'all start seeing them prices go up, y'all just pat yourself on the back and said, I did this. I voted for Joe Biden, so I'm going to answer for everything I did, because y'all are the reason why we're going to end up paying more money. Jobs are going to be lost. You know, it ain't got a damn thing to do with this COVID crap. I heard a article. I read an article the other day, and I also seen it on the news talking about how flu cases, not one flu case. Now, y'all keep in mind, every single year there are flu cases. Every year. But because of COVID, there ain't no flu cases. And the reason why that is because even if somebody comes in with the regular flu, they're diagnosing it as COVID. And also, I want y'all to think about this. And you ain't heard nothing about this right here on the news. Now, when the election was coming in, and when Joe Biden got elected, there was like, what was they saying, like 250,000 people had done died from COVID. But right now, it's over 500,000, and Joe Biden ain't been president but a month. So, I mean, he blamed all them deaths on President Trump. But you know what? Trump ain't president no more. Joe Biden is. So not only has 250,000 people died in the last month from COVID-related problems, he's also cost thousands of jobs. 52,000, matter of fact, at the Keystone Pipeline in one day. In one day, Joe Biden lost 52,000 jobs in one day. And when he done that, it also caused fuel prices to start going up. So, I hope y'all proud of yourself. And, because this is, and this is just the beginning. Trust me, people. This is going to get worse. So, when you're listening to the news and listening to Nancy Pelosi and all them talk about how the Republicans are keeping us from being able to get y'all's check, y'all remember this now. Keep this in mind. That the Senate is split 50-50. It's 50 senators. 50 Republicans, 50 Democrats. There's 100 senators. And when there's a tie, Kamala Harris is the tie-breaking vote. But nothing has come to a tie yet because of the fact that some of the Democrats are using their brain and saying, no, this right here ain't right. We got to take this out. So it's not the Republicans holding anything back right now because Democrats had full control. It's the Democrats saying, you know what, y'all are pushing this shit too damn far. Y'all are taking advantage of stuff, and we're not going to pass this bill. I think there was about 3 or 4, 5 maybe, that pretty much said, no, we're not going to pass this bill because you need to take out $15 an hour minimum wage. Let me ask you something, and tell me if this makes sense to y'all. They're wanting to increase the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. In the COVID bill now, to help people out. Okay. Now, with that being said, what the hell is $15 an hour going to do right now when you don't even have a job? There's a lot of people out there still don't have a job. So, how is raising the minimum wage to $15 going to benefit any damn thing? It's not. It's just they've been wanting it. Bernie Sanders has been wanting it for years because for some ungodly reason, I don't know why. If you work at a job that's paying minimum wage, you know, I'm sorry that's the only thing that you're capable of doing. I've never in my life, well, actually, I'm not going to say I've never. I have worked one job one time where I made my hourly wage was minimum wage. It's when I worked at Horton Homes. That's a mobile home manufacturer. In 2002, my hourly wage was minimum wage. But we also got paid $1 per floor that we ran. So technically, I did not make minimum wage. That's just it's kind of like a waitress. You know, you make minimum wage, you make a certain wage, then you make extra because of your tips. That's the way they done us. So I have never, other than my first job when I turned 16 years old, I worked at a place called Granite Shoals Marina. I've never in my life, other than that one job, when I was 16, 17 years old, worked at a job where I made minimum wage. So, you know, it's not because there ain't other jobs out there. It's because most people, not all, but most, that work at a job that make minimum wage don't want to do no better. They don't want to push themselves to learn new things. Minimum wage jobs are not jobs meant for grown people taking care of kids, taking care of their family. That's not what them jobs were intended for. So y'all continue to work at them jobs and then bitch and complain that I'm not making enough money. Well, you know what? Get your ass out there and go find a real job. That's all I can tell you. And, I mean, even making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year with the way our government is, it's still tough. Don't get me wrong. Before I went in business for myself, you know, when I left the company that I worked for, my last year that I worked there, I made $64,000, 3 kids, and it was still tough. We didn't have no $500,000 home. We didn't have 2 or 3 damn car payments. We didn't have none of that, but we made it. We didn't depend on the government. So just want y'all to give yourself a big pat on the back and say, hey, look what I did. I caused me and everybody else in the United States to pay more in fuel prices, all because I voted for Joe Biden. I promise you, people, if Trump would have still been president, y'all wouldn't be paying $2.79 a gallon. Now, I live in Georgia. That's where I live at. It was $2.79. Now, I don't know what it is in some other states. I heard California was like $10 to $15 a gallon. I don't know. I don't live over there. That's just what I was hearing. I'm not going to waste my time because I've got better things to do than to sit here and worry about this rotten ass state called California that we need to give back to Mexico because, you know, California's just screwed up. I mean, look who's representing California. Nancy Pelosi. That should tell you right there that California ain't even worth having. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. You know, if y'all like my video, give me a big thumbs up. If you don't, give me a big thumbs down. Either way, no skin off my back. I just make these videos because, in my mind, common sense goes a long way. And that's the problem with this country and most people in this country is they have no common sense no more. They vote for a certain party because of the fact that that party tells them they're going to give them this and give them that and do this and do that. And in reality, they never do nothing. Democrats have never done nothing for anybody but cause us to have to pay more and make less. Prime example. Y'all sit here and say, oh no, they want to tax the rich. They want to help us by taxing them. How in the hell is taxing the rich helping you? Because keep this in mind, and I've said this on one of my other videos. The rich are going to stay rich. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't give a damn what you do to them. You can tax the hell out of them. They still going to be rich. Because what they do is they have a profit margin. And for you people that that want to call me a liar and say I don't know what I'm talking about, pretty much tells me and everybody else that you ain't got a clue how business works and you don't have a clue how our economy works or anything else. That they have a profit margin and that company is going to make that profit margin. So whatever they got to do to keep their profits coming in, that's what they're going to do. That's any business person. I don't care who they are. Whether they have to lay off, raise prices, and most likely 99% of the time they're going to just raise the prices of the product. And when they do that, who does that really hurt? You, the little people. So you're actually voting to cause yourself more problems. Every time you vote Democrat, you're voting to cause yourself more problems. Cause yourself to pay more in food prices, in fuel prices. You make less money because you don't get raises. Business don't hire like they should or like they want to. So you're really doing it to yourself. So, hey, y'all keep on doing what you're doing. I hope one day y'all wake up and realize that y'all a bunch of idiots whenever y'all vote for a Democrat. And like I said, especially the black people out there. I'm sorry. I love y'all to death. I've got some great black friends. I'm not going to say African American because they never was born in Africa. So, and they don't want to be called African American. I've talked to them numerous times, and they tell me straight up, hey, I'm not African American, I'm black. They're proud to be black. And you should too. Every black person out there should be proud to be black. Just like I should be proud to be white. God made us the way we are. And you should be proud of how God made you. If you're a man, you should be proud that you was born a man. If you're a woman, you should be proud you was born a woman. Don't sit here and say well, I don't think I should have been a man, or I don't think I should have been. You ought to be proud who you are, because you're all unique. You all have certain skill levels, every one of us. But anyway, I'm getting off subject here. But for a black person to vote for a Democrat tells me that either one, they're just ignorant, two, they're just stupid, or three, they just don't care. And y'all can call me a racist all you want. YouTube, you can take the video off all you. I'm just speaking the truth here, because back in the day when black people were being hung during the slavery days, it was the Democrats that were doing it. Who do you think freed slaves? Republicans. So, I mean, this is proven history. So this is nothing I'm making up. All I'm doing is telling y'all what the history books tells us. And I know I've heard a lot of people say, well, the two parties will switch sides. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. Think about it, people. The Democrats today, everything they do is to lower the morale of how a black person feels and thinks about themselves. Everything they do. They sit here and talk about white people being this way and white people being that way. Well, a lot of black people are starting to believe that they're under a white person, which they're not. You know, a white man or a white woman is not above any black person or Hispanic or any minority. They're not. And I don't feel that we should be calling y'all minorities. Whether you're black, Hispanic, Chinese, Asian, whatever, you're not minorities. You're people just like the rest of us. I mean, it's unreal that our government treats and portrays black people and other ethnic groups as being minority. Listen to me, minority. That right there means below standards, below, a certain group. Why should y'all be classified as a group that's below any other? I mean, y'all should be offended. Blacks, Hispanics, any of y'all should be offended to be called a minority. I mean, I wouldn't want to be called a minority, because that would almost make me feel like I'm below somebody, because that's what they're doing. They're calling y'all minorities. You got majority, minority. Okay, in my opinion, minority is a especially when you're talking about race, is a put down word. Now that's my opinion. I'm not quoting from the dictionary, but that's the way I feel about it. And if I was black, I would not want to be called. If I was Hispanic, I would not want to be called minority. I'd want to be called a black American, or Hispanic American, or white American. That's what I want to be called. I'm not European American. I'm white. I'm white American. I'm a white American. I love all y'all, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, Asian, Puerto Rican, male, female. I love y'all. You're God's children. You're not a minority. You're not below anybody else. So stop letting the Democrats make y'all feel like you are, because you're not. None of us are. They work for us. We don't work for them. So stop letting them make you feel like you're below somebody else. And start using your brain for a minute, people. Now, I've said this in another video. Republicans, they do lean more toward helping out the rich, because they know how business and the economy and how things work. You have to, anytime you start messing with the rich people as far as their money, it hurts the little people. That's a fact. You can't argue that. That's economics. The rich people are the ones that own businesses or create products. They have a profit margin. They want to make money, just like all of us want to make money. And anytime you start costing them more money, they have to do one of numerous ways of getting their money back. And usually, most of the time, it's raising prices. It's that simple. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching. If you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't, no big deal. If you like my video, give me a big thumbs up. If you don't, give me a big thumbs down. Either way, no skin off my back. Anyway, I love y'all all. God bless. Y'all hope this year is going to be a safe one for you. And hope y'all get back on track. So, we're out.